Peacock.
41 NBC, clear, accurate, to the point. Now, your no-wait 41 NBC AccuWeather forecast.
Good morning, I'm meteorologist Karen Williams, and we are under a heat advisory up until 8 o'clock p.m. Now, also, our area is also under a heat warning, and with that, those are those temperatures that can exceed, those feel like temperatures exceeding 105 to about 110 out there. So you really have to take it easy out there today, at least for one more day, and then we should see a little more relief. Now, looking right now at our 41 NBC Skyview camera for sight, brought to you by Volume Chevrolet. You can tell off in the distance there, the sun will be coming up over the horizon in about another 30 minutes or so. Now, it feels like 70 degrees, although the air temperature is at 73, the humidity 94%, and that dew point 72 degrees with some calm winds out there. So it's not too bad right now, but once that sun comes up, it's going to be humid again. But we will have a few more chances for showers and thunderstorms later this afternoon. I will have your forecast a little bit later on in the newscast as 41 Daybreak starts right now.
In high definition, this is 41 NBC News at Daybreak.
Good morning in Middle Georgia. Today is a Tuesday, July 29th. Thanks for watching 41 NBC News at Daybreak. I'm Denise Turner.
And I'm Tyreek Wynn. Our top story this morning, a man pleaded guilty last week to voluntary manslaughter and aggravated battery in connection with the death of a Bibb County deputy.
That's according to a news release from the Macon Judicial Circuit District Attorney's Office. Alberto Booz was sentenced to 25 years with 13 to be served in prison and 12 years of probation for the 2021 death of Bibb County Deputy Christopher Knight. The DA's office says Booz used a taser and an unauthorized knife during a confrontation with Knight, killing him and injuring another officer.
Law enforcement is searching for a man they say is wanted in connection to a deadly shooting in Sandersville, according to the Washington County Sheriff's Office. They're looking for 36-year-old Damian Reeves for the death of two people at the Washington Manor Apartments on Sunday. Authorities say Reeves is considered armed and dangerous. So if you know where he is or have any information, you are asked to call the Washington County Sheriff's Office or the GBI tip line at the number on your screen.
Also in Monroe County, a standoff ends with the arrest of a man who barricaded himself in a home near Highway 42 North. According to the sheriff's office, deputies went to a home Monday night at around 8:30 to serve a 31-year-old Devin Adams with multiple warrants. They say he barricaded himself in the home. The SWAT team was then brought in. They used robots. They used a tear gas and a robot to find him. The sheriff's office says that neighbors were eventually able to talk him into coming out peacefully.
And in Lawrence County, police are investigating a shooting that left one person injured early Sunday morning in Dublin. Dublin Police Chief Keith Moon says officers responded to the area of Tailfair Street between Kersey Lane and Smith Street around 1 o'clock to reports of gunfire. Chief Moon says the incident involved multiple people exchanging gunfire, where one person was wounded during the incident. Their condition is not known at this time. Anyone with information about the shooting is asked to call the Dublin Police Department.
The president of the Georgia NAACP, Gerald Griggs, is emphasizing the need for a Department of Justice investigation into the humane conditions at the Bibb County Jail. Griggs says that the lack of funding, the county limits the ability to create an effective criminal justice system. He says that they had hoped to resolve the issues without involving senators in a DOJ.
Our hope is it will be similar to what happened in Fulton County, where there will be a consent decree entered into to force changes at the jail, including but not limited to the tearing down of sections of the jail and rebuilding them. You know, we tried to have a meeting with the mayor, and of course, the mayor didn't want to meet with the NAACP. So we met with the senators, and we look forward to meeting with the Department of Justice. This is a serious concern. It's the worst jail I've ever seen. And so there needs to be real change and not lip service. And I hope that the Department of Justice heeds the call of two senators who are heeding the call of the community.
Griggs outlined a few outcomes of the investigation, suggesting it could lead to sections of the jail being torn down or new one being built. He warned that if the county fails to act on the issues in the Department of Justice's report, legal action could be taken. We've reached out to Macon-Bibb County Public Relations Department about Griggs' comments, but have not received any response yet.
A crew member on board a Royal Caribbean cruise jumped overboard and was found dead last week. Authorities say the 35-year-old male from South Africa leaped after he stabbed another crew member multiple times. Reporter Jamie Garola has more.
The incidents happened aboard Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Seas. It is still sailing, actually, and on course, even after everything that happened. A day at sea on the way to the Bahamas from Miami ended deadly when a worker went overboard. Videos given to NBC6 by TikTok user Altenbrenner5, who is also a passenger on board the Icon of the Seas. It shows rescue crews rushing to try and save the man who went overboard. Another video shows him being hoisted back onto the ship. Last night, according to the Royal Bahamian Police, a Royal Caribbean crew member jumped to his death from a cruise ship after stabbing another crew member. The ship was in the waters off San Salvador Island. Police say a 28-year-old South African woman crew member was allegedly stabbed multiple times by another crew member, a 35-year-old South African man. The man then ran away and jumped into the water. He was later found unresponsive and pronounced dead by onboard medical staff. The woman was stabbed in her upper body and was in stable condition after receiving treatment. A Royal Caribbean spokesperson confirmed the incident in a statement Friday, writing, "Our onboard security team responded to an incident involving two crew members in a personal dispute. One of the crew members was injured, was attended to by the onboard medical team, and she is now in stable condition. Unfortunately, the other crew member is deceased after he went overboard and was recovered in a search and rescue operation." In a separate incident, it was just last month when a young girl and her dad were rescued after falling overboard from a Disney cruise that left Port Everglades. The girl fell from a deck on the 4th floor. Her father jumped in after her.
When daybreak continues, a deadly shooting rocks a New York City office building. 4 people killed, another fighting for their life. The latest on the investigation, that's next. Stay with us.
The Lee and Haley Show, weekdays at noon on 41 NBC.
At Hutchinson Kia in Macon, we're giving you the freedom to choose. Choose from a new Kia Sorento or a new Kia Sportage and receive 1.9% APR financing for up to 60 months.
Abby, that's exactly right. Middle Georgia, we've got over 300 new Kias to choose from, and they've got all the options, all the safety equipment like blind spot monitor. You pick what you want. It's your decision.
You choose what your heart desires, and over 300 new Kias at Hutchinson Kia in Macon, where we say yes.
If you or someone you know has been injured in an accident that's not your fault, call us now. I'm Nancy Harding, and I'm here with TV commentator Max Bretos. We have legal professionals available to speak with you right now to answer any questions and tell you how much your case is potentially worth. I hear the phones ringing all day. Can you tell us what kind of calls you're seeing at the accident hotline?
Thanks, Nancy. We field calls all day from folks injured from all kinds of accidents that aren't their fault, so we can get them the compensation they deserve. We get folks calling in with all case types, the most common being car accidents. You can give us a call right now to speak with a live agent to answer any questions you may have. We will discuss your case with you and see how much your case is potentially worth.
Get the compensation you deserve. Call today for your free consultation or visit accidenthotline.com.
Cut! I get it. Slow sloth, slow down geographic atrophy, but we don't need gimmicks. Stick to the facts. GA, the advanced form of dry AMD, can irreversibly damage your vision. But Syfovre is an FDA-approved eye injection that gives you the power to slow GA. It's the only treatment to slow GA in as few as 6 doses per year.
Don't take Syfovre if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye that may include pain and redness or are allergic to it. Syfovre can cause severe allergic reactions. Other serious side effects are eye infection and retinal detachments, severe inflammation of vessels in the retina, which may result in severe vision loss, wet AMD, eye inflammation, and an increase in eye pressure. Most common side effects are eye discomfort, wet AMD, small specks floating in vision, and blood in the white of the eye. Tell your doctor right away if you have any side effects.
Act on facts to slow GA. Ask your retina specialist about Syfovre.
Now, your 41 NBC AccuWeather forecast, presented by Volume Chevrolet.
Welcome back. We're looking live at our 41 NBC Skyview camera over Forsyth, brought to you by the Piedmont Macon Medical Center here. And you notice that the parking lot is beginning to fill up as people are getting to start their day. We have 74 degrees. It feels like 70. The humidity 100%, that dew point is at 74 degrees. Now, the temperatures around our viewing area are in the mid to upper 70s, with Saundersville at 78. Roberta is at 77. Cool spot being Eastman and Forsyth at 73 degrees. Now, we are still under an extreme heat warning along with a heat advisory, and that's going to remain in effect till about 8 p.m. tonight. Now, we're also keeping an eye on thunderstorms that will be widespread for today and Wednesday. Now, of course, timing is going to be key as to what this first element is going to occur, because of the fact that if it comes in a little bit later in the afternoon, of course, it's going to kind of cut those numbers down quite a bit. Now, it's all a matter of timing now. Now, we have a limited potential for damaging downbursts for both days, so we're going to keep an eye on that. Now, looking at the day planner, 7 a.m. 76 degrees, 9 a.m. 83, and then 11 a.m. 89 degrees. For today, it'll be hot, it'll be sunny. We will get up to 97 degrees, but it's going to feel like 105 out there, with a chance of afternoon or evening thunderstorms for the most part. Now, those high temperatures will range anywhere from the mid to upper 90s, with Milledgeville at 97, Gordon at 97, Macon and Warner Robins, you'll be at 97, Cochran 96, and 98 for Abbeville. The heat index right now is feeling like 77 in Cochran. It feels like 80 in Soperton. Now, the severe threat that I kind of mentioned earlier at the top is mainly going to be throughout our viewing area here, and that's going to be for damaging wind bursts. Those are the downbursts. That's what we're looking at. So that's going to be the factor there. But again, that's going to be really contingent upon how much and how fast it gets hot and how fast these storms develop. That has a lot to do with that. Now, looking at the wind gusts, they're going to be ranging anywhere from about 8 to about 15 miles per hour for the most part, and that's going to entail mostly those storms that will be filling in. Now, as we look at Thursday, it will be mainly anywhere from 12 to about 13 miles per hour. I'll have your 7-day forecast in about 10 seconds.
Every new Volume Chevrolet comes with our exclusive 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty, 24-hour roadside assistance, and oil changes for life. Volume Chevrolet.
Here's your 41 NBC AccuWeather 7-day forecast, sponsored by Volume Chevrolet. We're looking at a chance for showers and thunderstorms, 97 degrees. And then for Wednesday, we'll only get up to the low 90s. And for the rest of the week, mainly in the low to mid 90s. Now, for the weekend, that'll be even better because we'll be getting into the low to mid 80s.
At least 4 people are dead and one is in critical condition after a shooting at a New York office building. Officials say it happened in Midtown Manhattan on Park Avenue yesterday evening.
The police commissioner says there's no ongoing threat to the public. She says the suspected gunman acted alone and is dead. Amy Kiley has more.
We have got a report of gunfire.
Pure evil came to the heart of our city.
A New York City police officer and at least 3 other victims are dead after a shooting in a Manhattan office building yesterday evening. The police commissioner says 36-year-old fallen officer Didarul Islam was there working security.
Officer Islam was married with 2 young boys, and his wife is pregnant with their 3rd child. He's a true blue New Yorker, not only in the uniform he wore, but in his spirit and energy of loving this city.
The Park Avenue high-rise houses the offices of the NFL. It says one of its employees was seriously injured in the attack. An official with knowledge of the investigation says the suspect had a grievance with the Football League. Officials say he walked into the building carrying an M4 assault rifle. They say he opened fire in the lobby and on the 33rd floor and later died of an apparently self-inflicted wound.
He wasn't there looking to kill people at random. He could have done that right on the streets of Midtown Manhattan with that rifle and taken a lot more lives.
Police identify the suspect as a 27-year-old from Las Vegas with a mental health history. They say he had a concealed carry license and no significant criminal record. Multiple agencies are investigating.
This is a guy who went into that building intending to kill someone, and probably knowing he was not going to come out alive.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
After the break, Justin Dirks has a look at sports news from around Miller, Georgia. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
J.D. Power has ranked Nissan #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands. And to celebrate, you can now get in one of these award-winning SUVs with 0% APR for 60 months. The all-new turbocharged Nissan Murano, the rugged Nissan Pathfinder, and the best-selling Nissan Rogue. Visit Nissan today and drive away in an award-winning SUV.
Now get 0% APR for 60 months on select popular models or get $3,500 customer cash on Frontier.
Your chance to win Gold Pass season tickets to Six Flags Over Georgia is here. Plus, win free unlimited drink refills all season long at the park. And if season tickets weren't enough, how about a 3-day, 2-night stay just 5 minutes away from Six Flags, courtesy of True by Hilton. Just go to 41NBC.com/Christmas in July and enter to win in the 41NBC Back to School Family Summer Staycation.
Presented by Macon & Robbins Bed and Mattress.
Vote now to help your school win cash for school supplies in the 41NBC Give Your School a Scholarship contest.
Students, parents, teachers, and alumni, this is your moment to vote and make it count. The top 3 schools with the most votes receive money for needed supplies in their schools. First place scholarship, $1,000.
Go to 41NBC.com/Christmas in July and vote now through August 11th. Local school scholarship winners will be announced on 41 Today.
Presented by Macon & Robbins Bed and Mattress.
Join us for the Black Business and Community Expo this year inside the Macon Mall on Saturday, August 9th from 11 to 5 p.m. for an unforgettable day of community, culture, and commerce featuring panel discussions, digital workshops, youth activities, and giveaways, plus live music that will move your soul. Then come back on Sunday, August 10th at 3 p.m. at Henderson Stadium in Macon for a family fun day of tailgating, field games, and line dancing with a DJ all day. Visit cgcbb.org for details. Together we rise.
The last month of the summer movie season is upon us.
And Hollywood is rolling out the number of new releases. Rick DeMangela explains.
We cannot wait for society to welcome us with open arms.
The animated sequel, The Bad Guys 2, kicks off August at the movies. It's joined by the Naked Gun reboot in cinemas August 1st.
Did you feel that? I think it's just all in our heads.
August 8th could end up being freaky when the long-awaited sequel Freakier Friday arrives in theaters. It's joined by supernatural horror yarn, Weapons. August 15th finds Bob Odenkirk's assassin character and family trying to enjoy summer vacation in Nobody 2, while a rare Native American artifact becomes the center of a crime caper in Americana.
We hunt. We fight. We kill.
Based on a true story, Ron Howard's Eden premieres in theaters August 22nd. It's joined by the dark comedy Honey Don't.
Yeah.
explodes.
And August 29th sees the return of Prince to the big screen, the very big screen in fact, as Prince, Sign of the Times, will be screening exclusively in IMAX. It's joined on traditional screens by the remake of The Toxic Avenger. Reserving seats in advance in Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
Now, your 41 NBC AccuWeather forecast, presented by Volume Chevrolet.
Here's another view of our 41 Skyview camera over Lawrence County, and looking at Dublin here, you can see the sun's about to come up in another 20 minutes or so, and things are on the quiet side out there. We're looking at clear skies, 75 degrees. It feels like 72. Humidity 100%, that dew point is at 75 degrees. Now around the state, those temperatures are in the mid to upper 70s. We have a couple of 80s out there, and that's where they have not seen any rain today. Now Albany is at 82, Columbus is at 82. Cool spots being Rome, Macon, and Augusta all at 74, and Athens is at 75 degrees. Now we expect that extreme heat warning and that heat advisory to remain in effect till 8 p.m. tonight. We will have more widespread thunderstorms today and tomorrow, and we're looking at a limited potential for damaging downburst winds on both days. Now for your day planner, 10 a.m. 86 degrees, 1 p.m. 94 degrees, and we expect hot conditions for another day. It's going to feel like 105 out there, and we will have a chance for showers and thunderstorms throughout. Now, as we look at our high temperatures, they will be in the mid 90s with Jackson at 96 and Forsyth 97. And then we hop over to Gordon at 97, Gray at 96, and down to Abbeville 98 and Hawkinsville 97 degrees. Now, the dew points right now are in the mid to upper 70s, so it is a bit sticky out there. Saundersville 76 and Sparta 75. And the muggy meter, as you can tell, is at the miserable level, but we start to see some improvement beginning on Sunday. We come down a bit to between humid and very humid. Now, looking at the futurecast, we put that into motion. We have a trough that's going to move over us, and that's what's going to give us the increased chance for showers and thunderstorms. Anytime after, roughly speaking, about 5 o'clock, that's when we can expect those showers to move in, and still 1 or 2 still around in about 10 p.m. tonight. And then for Wednesday, we catch a break. It's kind of quiet out there for some cloudy conditions, but by early afternoon, some more showers and thunderstorms move into the area. Now, as we look at our temperature outlook, by August the 4th to August the 8th, it will be much cooler. And believe me, that will be very welcome in the area. For tonight, possibility of a shower or thunderstorm. Then we'll have mostly cloudy conditions, 75 degrees. And then the low temperatures will be in the mid 70s throughout most of the viewing area.
Good morning, Middle Georgia. Welcome to 41 NBC Sports. Well, in 2024, GCSU baseball made a splash by winning the Peach Belt Conference title, scoring 5 runs with less than 5 outs to go in the game for a 5-4 comeback victory. Now, after a 30-win third-place finish in the 2025 season, the Bobcats are turning to the man they beat in that epic contest to now lead their program. Coming from rival Flagler College as an assistant coach, Monday afternoon GCSU Director of Athletics Wendell Staton introduced Jeff Pelkey, the new Bobcats head baseball coach. And for his first day at the helm, Staton held a meet-and-greet press conference for the new GCSU community to say hi to the new ball coach. This is Pelkey's first head coaching position after 13 years of being an assistant coach and working under 5 different head coaches in that time. Now, after describing his initial reaction of the team as positive vibes so far, Pelkey is ready for the challenge ahead.
It's a dream come true. You know, this is technically my first official day and whatnot, so it's been an awesome ride. I can't wait to settle in and get going, but this is meeting everybody and feeling the support and the love of Georgia College baseball has been great. There will be things I need to learn on the fly and figure it out on my own, but I'm excited. No, Coach Belcher is an unbelievable coach. I mean, what he did with this program, and the coaches before him, they've all had a lot of success. I'm definitely well aware of the on-field success. I can't wait to, take it one day at a time here and get on the field and start building some relationships with the guys and see where this goes.
Well, the seniors I spoke with are excited for the new transition, even stepping up to help Pelkey with everything in what Coach calls leadership roles.
Definitely weird. I've played for Belcher since I've been here, and it's been fun. We've won a lot of baseball games, but got a lot of new guys coming in. I think change it's not always a bad thing. It can be a good thing, and just decided to get it rolling.
Obviously, we appreciate everything Belcher did. He brought most of us in here, but all of us that are still here are beyond excited to take this new route, to this new chapter, and we can't thank Coach Pelkey for how much he's already done for us and getting recruits in, getting new players in, and we're looking to have a good year. He's a great coach. I've had a couple of friends at Flagler who spoke very highly of him. They think pitching-wise he's incredible, and I've already talked to him about some of the assistants. We've got some great assistants coming in, and we're excited.
The press conference also gave time for Staten to announce the new renderings here for their future plans for improvement to John Kurtz Field. Well, the Braves season is still holding on by a thread, starting their series with the Royals in Kansas City last night. Royals grabbed 2 runs out the gate, but then a 2-out homer here with 1 on from Ronald Acuna Jr. in the 3rd ties this up at 2. That's his 14th of the season, and we have a ball game. Then another 2-run bomb, this time from the Big Bear, Marcell Ozuna in the 4th to put the Braves up 4-2. That's his 14th as well on the year. Later in the 7th, guess what? Another homer, this time from Austin Riley, having a night, his 15th of the year, and it's a 5-2 game Atlanta. Braves go on to win this one 10-7 thanks to this huge bases-clearing double from Riley in the 8th here. Atlanta back at it tonight for Game 2 of this series at 7:40. And that'll do it for sports. Have a great rest of your Tuesday, Middle Georgia. Take care.
Justin Dirks, 41 NBC Sports. Clear, accurate, to the point.
Mike told me to pass this message to all of y'all. You've been injured in a wreck first, then you do is call 844-GET-6453, and someone from the team is gonna make the process easy. My picture's worth 1,000 words, so take pics, and some adjusters are slick, so please don't get tricked by what they say they're gonna try to do. They work for the insurance companies, but we work for you. So do yourself a favor and listen to me and call 844-GET-6453. Told you to do yourself a favor, and I hope that you learn. Been in the ring, call the Mike Costello Law Firm.
This river wasn't dammed in a day, and GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication. Over 100 years dedicated to the art of engineering and the ambition to always move this country forward. Celebrate Independence Day. Get 0% APR plus $2,600 total value on this Sierra 1500 model. See your local GMC dealer.
Hey, I'm Marcella with Making Bedroom and Mattress. It's after the 4th of July, but we still got offers, we still got sales for you, so come on down. How about this? Lovely bed, got storage galore. That's what I'm talking about. Time to go back to school, we got everything you need. We have a twin full bunk bed. So come on down to the largest mattress store in Georgia. We've been here over 20 years, and we're here to deliver nothing but good service to our community.
No matter how you've been hurt, in a car accident, on the job, or from a medical mistake, it doesn't matter. Life goes on. How that life goes on is where we come in, Farah and Farah.
Get your best body and boost your confidence in just one visit to Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist.
This summer, I'm excited to not be covered up.
I've got abs again. Sono Bello put me in the right spot to just feel good again.
I feel beautiful. I went from this to this in just one visit.
I feel confident.
Take me to your summer days.
Micro-laser technology permanently removes stubborn fat, tightens and tones skin in just one visit with less downtime.
My shirts were extra large. Now I'm wearing like I'm wearing a bathing suit. It changed my life.
There's no more frustration, just permanent results.
My stomach is gone.
Sono Bello has over 50,000 five-star reviews and over 100 board-certified surgeons. Call now for your personalized consultation. That's over a $250 value. Free. Easy monthly payment options make your best body more affordable than ever. Step into summer with confidence. Call Sono Bello today.
Grandma was concerned.
He would come to our home with little bruises here and there. He would tell us that Daddy would hit him in the head.
Judge Judy.
Tonight at 7 on 41 NBC.
Monica Diaz-Meek, 41 NBC News. Clear, accurate, to the point. Now, your no-wait 41 NBC AccuWeather forecast.
Thank you for staying with us. We are looking live at the 41 NBC Skyview camera over Forsyth, brought to you by Volume Chevrolet. And as you can tell, the sun has come over the horizon about in another less than 10 minutes or so. But for the most part, we have dry conditions. We notice the traffic is starting to pick up a bit. So again, people are on the move this morning. It's 73 degrees. It feels like 70, humidity 94%, and that dew point is at 72 with calm winds. Now, earlier we did have some thunderstorms, but now we're going to take a break. Now, with the daytime heating, we can expect some more of a line of showers and thunderstorms to move through a little bit later on in the afternoon. So make sure you take your umbrella along just in case you run into a shower or two. We're also going to have that heat to contend with as well for at least another day or so. I will have your full forecast coming up a little bit later on as 41 Daybreak continues.
In high definition, this is 41 NBC News at Daybreak.
Welcome back, guys. Thanks so much for staying with us. I'm Tyreek Wynn.
And I'm Denise Turner. School starts back in Peach County this morning, and the Byron Police Department is warning drivers that those school zone cameras will be active.
The Byron Police Department also sharing this photo from the Georgia Department of Public Safety's Facebook page. It says on a 4-lane highway with no median or center turn lane, all vehicles in both directions must stop when a school bus has its stop arm extended and red lights flashing. This applies even if you're traveling in the opposite direction.
As some Middle Georgia students go back to class this week, Houston County School Superintendent Dr. Richard Rogers says they're getting ready for the upcoming school year, which begins tomorrow.
Dr. Richard Rogers says he's eager to start this new role and plans to maintain the positive legacy. We sat down with Dr. Rogers and asked how they recruit and retain educators within the district.
Well, you know, recruitment begins with reputation. You know, are we professional? Do we treat people right? Do we pay well? And I was so excited that even though our state did not give a raise this year, our local board gave a 1% raise plus a $1,000 supplement to all full-time employees, and it will be paid in December, a month when teachers normally spend a little more money. And so we're excited.
They will be enjoying that December money. To watch the full interview with Dr. Rogers, head to our website at 41NBC.com.
And more local news. The wait is over for breakfast lovers. Flying Biscuit Cafe officially opened its doors on Monday in downtown Macon. 41 NBC's Tyreek Wynn has stopped by to see what was cooking, and he spoke with the owners.
The Flying Biscuit Cafe is now serving up breakfast and brunch all day long in downtown Macon. State Senator Jason Estevez and his wife Ariel own the location on Mulberry Street, making it their second Flying Biscuit, and they're hoping Maconites will fall in love with their fluffy biscuits, sweet treats, and classic Southern favorites.
The stuffed fresh toast breakfast is one of our favorites. The other thing is the chicken waffles. You can't miss, but my favorite thing at the Flying Biscuit are our grits. White cheddar, heavy cream, it's amazing. And we like to say that you'll have a heavenly experience when you have the food here.
And for the biscuits,
they're fluffy buttermilk biscuits. They come with apple butter, and it's nice buttery on top.
Guys, we got all the signature dishes right here. We got the stuffed French toast, the chicken and waffles, the amazing grits, the bacon, the eggs, and we got the biscuits. I don't even know where to start, but this French toast is looking really good, so I'm gonna go ahead, take a bite out of this first, and we're gonna see how this bad boy tastes. Okay, so what we're doing is we're gonna go ahead and cut into this bad boy. Oh my gosh, it already looks, I mean, it's already just falling over, looking good, looking amazing. Let's see it. Oh, it do feel like heaven. This is great. From their signature stuffed French toast to a burger named Mr. Big, there's something for everyone at this new spot downtown. In Macon, Tyreek Wynn, 41 NBC News.
Owners say that the first 50 customers of the day that stop by the restaurant in the first 2 weeks will get a $10 gift card. Flying Biscuit Cafe is located at 588 Mulberry Street. It's open 7 days a week.
That food was so good, I'll definitely be back. Well, a football legend breaking his silence, Deion Sanders, primetime, revealing his private cancer battle that sidelined the player turned coach, now hoping to make his return. Morgan Chesky has more.
Thankful that
tonight, an emotional Deion Sanders sharing his private fight with cancer.
You have no idea. You have no idea how good God has been for me to be here.
The NFL Hall of Famer turned college football coach opening up for the first time since doctors diagnosed him with an aggressive form of bladder cancer, adding he's undergone surgeries for multiple health issues over the last 4 years.
I am pleased to report that the results from the surgery are that he is cured from the cancer.
Doctors say the 57-year-old remained upbeat throughout treatments, which included reconstructing a section of his intestine to function as a new bladder, adding it appears chemo and radiation will not be needed.
Given his commitments to his family and to the team, elected to undergo a bladder removal.
Deion Sanders with his 2 sons. The player coined primetime that now prefers Coach Prime, has always embraced the spotlight, but grew candid when sharing the struggles of writing his own will amid the fight.
Yes, it was tough.
The football legend said he lost around 25 pounds throughout the process and credits Randy Moss, another NFL Hall of Famer and cancer survivor, for encouragement, writing, "He called me every other day and told me what I needed to be doing."
Please get yourself checked out.
Sanders stressed the importance of early detection, saying his cancer was only discovered during an annual CT scan.
Too much life. I got too much life in me, and I got work to do.
And tonight, Sanders says while he did miss summer workouts with the team, he does plan to be back coaching the Colorado Buffaloes, a team that for the first time since he arrived will not feature either of his sons, now both in the NFL.
Wow, one of my favorite football guys. We are glad he is well. When Daybreak returns, we'll have your latest business news, and Karen has another look at your 41 NBC AccuWeather forecast.
Tucker Sargent, 41 NBC News. Clear, accurate, to the point.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable raccoon? Attack.
Bark!
Attack. It's not easy taking out the trash. That's why you need strength that's anything but ordinary.
Hefty, hefty, hefty.
Is that our luggage rack?
Fix that thing.
Gorilla Tape.
Of course.
Double thick adhesive for a hold that lasts for the toughest jobs on planet Earth. And for a clear fix, try Crystal Clear Gorilla Tape.
Hi, everyone. If you were injured in an accident, listen up. We have legal professionals standing by right now. You can find out how much money you can potentially get for your accident. I'm Tori Schulman, along with my co-host and spokesman, Al Jackson. So, Al, tell the viewers at home who should be calling right now.
Well, Tori, it's just like you said. Anyone who's been injured in an accident that was not your fault, give us a call right now. You can find out if you have a case and how much money you can potentially get.
Thanks, Al. So is that what people want to know, if they have a case, if how much money they're going to get?
That's what I would want to know. Do I have a case? How much money can I get? The accident that happened can't change, but how much money you receive can. So I encourage everyone watching at home, give us a call right now and find out how much you can potentially get.
Thanks, Al. You guys heard it here first. Take advantage of this amazing opportunity and call now.
Join 41 NBC School Supply Drive and make a difference this school year. Look for our 41 NBC collection boxes to drop off your school supply donations.
Go to 41NBC.com/Christmas in July for drop-off locations. Whether it's notebooks, pencils, backpacks, or crayons, every donation helps set students up for success.
Visit 41NBC.com/Christmas in July and click on School Supply Drive.
Presented by Macon and Robbins Bed and Mattress.
The stories you need to know.
They just ripped the ATM out of the wall.
The stories that change the way you think.
Were you trying to rip me off?
It's one big party.
Inside Edition.
These are the stories that impact your life.
Inside Edition, weekdays at 4:30 on 41 NBC.
Major U.S. airline is cutting pilots and causing worry about holiday travel. And the Federal Reserve is debating interest rates today.
Jane King is at the New York Stock Exchange with those stories and more in today's Morning Business Report.
Good morning. The Federal Reserve meets today and tomorrow to talk about interest rates. It is expected they will hold steady on rates despite President Trump's pressure to cut them. For consumers, that means rates on short-term loans like credit cards and cars will stay put. Spirit will furlough 270 pilots effective November 1st as it prepares for a smaller flight schedule. The carrier emerged from bankruptcy in March, but the industry is now facing weaker than expected demand for coach class tickets. Spirit has been trying to win over customers with more upscale travel options, which have fared better than the bare bones coach tickets that Spirit has been known for years. Well, stocks closed mostly lower yesterday despite the EU trade deal with the U.S. Investors look beyond that to the Federal Reserve meeting today and earnings this week. As the cost of living and pet care rises, animal shelters across the country are at critical capacity dealing with surrendered pets, oftentimes due to the price associated with their care. An estimated 5.8 million animals filled up facilities last year. That's according to the nonprofit Shelter Animal Counts National Database. While there was a 1% decrease in shelter intakes from 2023 to 24, the levels remain high. And United Airlines has quietly resumed charging single passengers more than those traveling in pairs or groups, according to the Daily Mail. The policy is dubbed the single tax by its critics, and it was exposed by a consumer rights website earlier this year. An investigation by Thrifty Travel found that United, Delta, and American were all charging solo flyers higher fares for the same route than those who booked 2 or more tickets together. Although no airline has commented on the subject, Delta reportedly scrapped the practice. From the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jane King with your Morning Business Report.
Now, your 41 NBC AccuWeather forecast, presented by Volume Chevrolet.
Here's what's going on here in Bibb County. We are looking at our 41 NBC Skyview camera over Macon, brought to you by the Piedmont Macon Medical Center. And you can see the sun has pretty much poked its head out over the horizon. We have 74 degrees. It feels like 70, humidity 100%, and that dew point is at 74 degrees. Now across the southeast, mainly everyone is in the mid to upper 70s. The exception would be Memphis, Tennessee at 82 and Jackson, Mississippi at 80, but we're looking at Atlanta at 78, Savannah at 78, and Jacksonville, Florida at 80 degrees. We remain under an extreme heat warning and a heat advisory. That will be in place until 8 p.m. tonight. We expect our thunderstorm chances to be more widespread today and Wednesday, and some of which may have the potential for damaging downburst winds, and that potential is there for both days. Now, if we're looking here at our day planner, 11 a.m. it's 89 degrees, 3 p.m. 94. And then by 7 p.m., we're looking at a chance for thunderstorms, 88 degrees. For today, we'll have sunny skies. It'll be hot, humid. The heat index, feels like it's going to feel like 105 out there, but the actual air temperature will be 97, and we will have that chance for afternoon and evening thunderstorms. Now, the high temperatures will range in the mid to upper 90s, with Warner Robins at 97, Montezuma at 96, and Abbeville at 98. Now, looking at the heat index right now, it feels like 86 in Little Rock, it feels like 79 in Nashville, and it feels like 91 down in New Orleans, Louisiana. And looking at the satellite here, this is the infrared one. And anyway, you can see some of those showers and storms from earlier. They have moved through, but it also shows the high pressure system is beginning to break down. And I'll show that in the next couple of graphics. Now, the temperature change is ranging anywhere from about 1 to about 3 degrees cooler than what we were yesterday at this time. And putting that futurecast into motion here, we see a few clouds begin to stream in, but this is that trough of low pressure that's moving through, and that's going to bring us some showers and storms throughout the area beginning about 5 p.m. this afternoon. I'll have your 7-day forecast in about 10 seconds.
Every new Volume Chevrolet comes with our exclusive 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty, 24-hour roadside assistance, and oil changes for life.
Volume Chevrolet.
Here's your 41 NBC AccuWeather 7-day forecast sponsored by Volume Chevrolet. We're looking at a chance for showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. We'll get up to 97 degrees. Then Wednesday, not as hot. We're going to get in the low 90s with widespread chances for showers and thunderstorms. That will carry into Thursday and Friday. And then by the weekend, we're looking at our temperatures to be in the low to mid 80s.
Now, there's a new reaction surrounding a Georgia senator's push for a Department of Justice investigation into the Bibb County Jail.
Community leaders are seeking improvements within the jail and the Macon-Bibb justice system. 41 NBC's Fiona King has the latest.
I spoke with Gerald Griggs, the president of the Georgia NAACP. He talked about what led the organization to contact Georgia's 2 U.S. senators and how they are urging federal authorities to now get involved.
The NAACP heard the call, that we responded, and that we are trying to move our elected officials to a point where they understand there is a human rights crisis happening in the jail and something needs to be done.
Griggs stressing the urgent need for a Department of Justice investigation at the Bibb County Jail, citing inhumane conditions. Griggs pointed out a lack of funding from the county limits the ability to create an effective criminal justice system. According to Griggs, the Georgia NAACP hoped the issues could have been resolved without involving senators and the DOJ.
Our hope is it will be similar to what happened in Fulton County, where there will be a consent decree entered into to force changes at the jail, including but not limited to the tearing down of sections of the jail and rebuilding them. You know, we tried to have a meeting with the mayor, and of course the mayor didn't want to meet with the NAACP. So we met with the senators, and we look forward to meeting with the Department of Justice. This is a serious concern. It's the worst jail I've ever seen. And so there needs to be real change and not lip service. And I hope that the Department of Justice heeds the call of 2 senators who are heeding the call of the community.
Griggs outlined possible outcomes of the investigation, suggesting it may lead to sections of the jail needing to be torn down or a new one built. He warned that if the county fails to act on the issues highlighted in the Department of Justice's reports, legal action could ensue. In Macon, Fiona King, 41 NBC News.
If the DOJ does investigate, Griggs says it could take about a year. We've reached out to Macon-Bibb County Public Relations about the comments from Griggs, but have not yet received a response.
Now here's a look at what's coming up this morning on Today.
This morning on the 3rd hour of Today, in today's checklist, A-list dermatologist recommendations to add to your skincare routine. Also, actor Taron Egerton live here in Studio 1A, and some big savings on summer favorites in Shop Today. That's all this morning on the 3rd hour.
Forsyth off exit 187. Volume Chevrolet.
2 trusted names, 1 unbeatable team. ProTech and Total Comfort are now part of ACS Air Conditioning Specialists. By combining our expertise in air conditioning and plumbing, we're bringing you even better service while keeping the local trust you've counted on for years. From heating and cooling to plumbing solutions, we have you covered. Same great service, even greater capabilities, because your comfort is our priority. Call us today or visit our website to learn more.
I'm Forrest Johnson of Forrest V. Johnson and Associates. Attention bikers, if you've been involved in a motorcycle accident, call the lawyer with experience. Call the lawyer who represents Motorcycle Club and injured motorcyclists. Call Forrest V. Johnson, and remember, results you can bank on. Call me now.
Call Forrest V. Johnson and Associates.
478-257-6266.
In Macon. Call now.
The only call you should make, the right call for you to make, is to Forrest B. Johnson and Associates. Call now.
So what's new at Macy's this week? 2 words. Abercrombie Kids. Here just in time for back to school. Also, the smartest new looks from Jordan and Levi's. There's always something new when you shop at Macy's.
Flavors that feed your fancy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oreo Thins. Stay playful.
Why buy from Hutchinson Kia in Macon? Well, it's because we're making it a stress-free summer. We're giving you the freedom to choose from over 500 vehicles available to choose from. No payments for 90 days, 0 down options. It just takes the worry out of buying a vehicle,
That's
Steve.
exactly right. It sure does. Interest rates are lower than they've been in a long, long time. Listen, Middle Georgia, we deal with every lender in the state, including every credit union. Bad credit, no matter. We've got 500 to choose from right now?
Yep, 500 vehicles available to choose from. And my favorite part about it is we will beat any other dealer's advertised price by $500 or give you $5,000. And when you come buy a vehicle, Steve, you want it to be stress-free. So how about that 15-minute guarantee?
So, Middle Georgia, we have a 15-minute guarantee here where we'll get you our very best price estimate on down payment, monthly payment, as well as figures on your car in 15 minutes or less. Nobody else is doing that.
Only Hutchinson Kia in Macon, where
we say yes.
Now, your 41 NBC AccuWeather forecast, presented by Volume Chevrolet.
We're looking at the Lawrence County camera here from our 41 Skyview camera over Dublin here, and we can see the sun is on its way up and we have dry conditions out there. It's 75 degrees, feels like 73, humidity 100%, and that dew point's at 75. Now, temperatures across the nation right now are varying in the range of numbers here. We're looking at 74 back in Macon, 80 in Charleston, 84 in Tampa, 83 in New Orleans, 67 for Albuquerque. That's a front that's going to be moving our direction toward the end of the week, so keep that in mind. And then we're looking at Las Vegas at 84 degrees. Now, the almanac numbers from yesterday, 91 and 71. We should be at 94 and 72. Those are your record numbers and your sunrise and sunset times. For your day planner, we're looking at mostly cloudy in some areas, 77 degrees. And then 9 a.m., it'll be mainly on the sunny side, 83. And then by 11 a.m., get up to 89 degrees. It'll be sunny and hot. The heat index will be at 105 out there, air temperature 97, chance for showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. High temperatures will range in the mid to upper 90s with Warner Robins at 97, Perry at 97, Montezuma at 96, and McRae at 97. Humidity right now is ranging anywhere from about 88% to 100%. And those dew points are in the mid to upper 70s. So you do feel the moisture in the air. It feels a little sticky out there. The wind speeds right now are from about 2 to about 4 miles per hour. So very light in nature. And then the rain chances will go up each day after tomorrow, 70, 50, and 80%. Throughout. Now we put our futurecast into motion here, and again you can see some of these storms beginning to cluster, and a lot of times when you see a cluster of storms, that usually signals downburst winds. So again, 4 p.m. today, they're lined it up along the coast here. Now as it moves inland here, we have 1 or 2 that will be in our southernmost counties here by 10 p.m. and then things quiet down on Wednesday, and then that cycle repeats itself on Wednesday afternoon, but mainly that's going to be in Middle Georgia area here throughout, beginning at 7 p.m. for the most part.
President Donald Trump mixing White House and family business while promoting his resort. The president announcing trade deals, but it's yet to be seen how they will benefit Americans.
And breaking with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on the crisis in Gaza and showing his displeasure with Russian President Putin cutting down that deadline to end the war in Ukraine or else.
President Trump this morning debuting a new golf course at one of his Scotland resorts, a detour into private business after talking trade with UK and European leaders, including a new EU agreement.
Thank you very much.
Ahead of a Friday deadline when higher tariffs kick in for countries that haven't reached a deal.
For the world.
What percent will that tariff be?
I would say it'll be somewhere in the 15 to 20% range.
While meeting with allies, the president also looking to foreign wars, promising to shorten his 50-day deadline for Russian President Vladimir Putin to end his war in Ukraine.
I'm going to make a new deadline of about 10 or 12 days from today. There's no reason in waiting.
President Trump threatening new sanctions and secondary tariffs on Russia's trade partners, again voicing frustration with Putin.
Every time I think it's going to end, he kills people.
While also breaking with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu over his assessment that there's no starvation in Gaza.
Some of those kids that's real starvation stuff. I see it. And you can't fake that.
President Trump promising more U.S. support to establish desperately needed food centers with fewer restrictions amid global outcry over the extreme lack of access to food and rising deaths from malnutrition. Israel began allowing airdrops and limited pauses in fighting for aid delivery. But humanitarian groups warn the trickle of aid entering Gaza is not enough to stave off famine. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.